Welcome, Frankton Eagles fans, to the Central Indiana Sports Report for this week's Frankton Eagles Report, which is doubling as a reaction to Tuesday night's 78-40 win over Daleville. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and coming up, Michelle Garmon of the Tipton Tribune and Elwood call leader was at the game on Tuesday and has a recap. She and I also talked a little bit about Friday's game coming up against Alexandria. Then I spoke to head coach Brent Brobston and junior Trey Bennett after the game. Their thoughts on Tuesday's win, the 9-game winning streak, and what's ahead. Before we get to all that, I want to let you know about my new daily podcast, Greg and his friends talk sports. It's pretty cool. If you're listening to this, I think you'll like it. My friends and I talk sports every day, 10 to 20 minutes, about whatever Central Indiana sports fans are talking about. The Pacers, Fever, IU, Purdue, the Colts, IndyCar, NFL, local colleges, the Olympics, and of course high school sports, especially the Frankton Eagles. Whatever Central Indiana sports fans are talking about, that's what we're talking about on Greg and his friends talk sports every day. Please join us. Also on Tuesday, we released an IU report with Grant Schaus and Mike Hutzel. Talked a little football, talked a little basketball. And later Wednesday, we'll have our Purdue report with Jake Dunn. Hope to have that by about 6 o'clock. And our Elwood Panthers report after the game on Wednesday night against Anderson Prep. On Thursday, an IndyCar report as the season approaches. And we hope to have an IU Purdue basketball preview. Although our Purdue guy Jake is in the middle of traveling and it might be difficult. Hopefully we can at least talk to our IU guys about it. And heck, I'm a Boilermakers fan, so. Then Friday night, we'll have a recap of the Frankton Alexandria game. Also, Elwood Oak Hill and Blackford Northwestern. Central Indiana Sports Report is every day, and it's a lot of fun. Really appreciate it if you'd join us for all of it. Or at least some of it. You know, pick and choose. Maybe not like 3 hours a day, but. Welcome back to the Central Indiana Sports Report, Frankton Eagles fans, for this week's Frankton Eagles Report. Here to talk some Frankton Eagles, Daleville Broncos. Big win tonight for the Eagles. 78-41, 9 in a row for the Eagles. Michelle, how are they getting it done?
Tonight, they got it done by just picking up their focus and intensity after the first quarter. Coach Brobston, I'm sure he told you when he talked to you, and I know in our post-game interview, he talked about tonight running a lot of different. He wanted to get them on film so his kids could see some different presses. And I think at the start of the game, Frankton Bennett scores inside an easy basket, and then Daleville scores the next 7 points, and some Frankton turnovers and just some giving up some laps, easy baskets off breaking the press. And actually, Coach Brobson took a timeout at the 7:27 mark because it was after they scored the first layup because he was hollering at his team to get the trap, and they were slow getting there, didn't get a trap, didn't get there in time to trap the guy, easy pass for a layup. I think that Frankton, kids look at records, they look at John Harrell. We all know they do.
Right.
And I think they weren't expecting Daleville to maybe come out and play as hard and as quick as they did. And
get some nice players.
They do, and Frankton was just a step slow defensively getting to spots. As the game wore on, though, they got better. I mean, they forced a lot of turnovers. Frankton gave it up some. Frankton missed some shots they don't normally miss, but they really kind of ended that first half on a 10-4 run. 2 back-to-back layups by Brobston, go in 46-30. In the second half, they just owned the second half. Their defenses worked. Their offenses worked. Trey Bennett was a force inside. Asher Brobston had a really nice game. Nickham played well. Stansberry did nice, hit some threes. Nice job defensively. Melvin is pretty good defensively. Birch is becoming He doesn't have to score. Birch's value is he's just becoming good with the ball.
A lot of compliments from Coach when I talked to him about Birch.
Yes, and then he's got the Isaac Fair and then the Spalding kid that come off the bench now that play JV and split time, and they don't slow the Eagles down when they come in. And, they're just a really nice compliment. I know Frankton is just coming off a flu bug, so they're still not back to 100%. It'll be interesting because Coach Marty Carroll and his boys and grandsons were here tonight to watch, and Frankton goes there on Friday night to Ellick, and they
know each other just a little bit.
They do, and Frankton has had some difficult games at the Jungle, and
it's a difficult place to play.
It is a difficult place to play. It's a difficult place to win. I'll tell you what, it was almost impossible to go there and win when Coach Garth Cohn was on the sidelines. Nothing against Marty.
Right.
Marty was his assistant, but Garth Cohn did not lose very many games at home.
Not very many games, and one of the best. Michelle, final thoughts on it looks like Lapel beat Shenandoah the other night handily. Maybe they're the favorites, but is this Frankton team right there, or how do you feel about it at this point?
Coach Brobston thinks the Shenandoah game it's on the road. So next Tuesday, so it'll be interesting. I think Frankton is right there. Lapel, the Craig kid, got hot. He had a scorching night, and I've seen those when good players get them, and those are just things, and that don't happen every night. So it'll be interesting. We got the sectional draw coming up on Sunday, Greg, and I'm telling you, I'm so interested in this draw because no offense, but the draw's I think could be a big key to who wins, because I think you have 3 heavyweights. Just looking at what they've done this year, and that would be Lapel, Frankton, and Sheridan.
Sure.
And then you've got Taylor, who's right there. They haven't been as consistently, but they've got the talent.
We know they can, for sure.
And then you've got...
No one's going to be surprised if Taylor wins this thing.
No, and then you've got... then you have Tipton and Elwood, and it seems weird that this is one of the years you're not talking about Tipton as a favorite to possibly earn a 5-peat. I don't think something they've...
Being honest, that's who people want to draw.
Yeah, being honest, they want to buy, or they want...
Or both.
Or both. Yeah, if you can get the buy, I guess for some, if you're one of those heavyweights, maybe you want Tipton and Elwood to play each other. You want the buy and you want to play them, or maybe you want to play one first game and have them play the second one in the second game. Although I don't know that prepares you necessarily super well for the final. I don't know. I think maybe it would be good to play I think it would be terrible if Frankton and Lapel drew each other.
It would be horrible. Let's let them play in the championship, or at least in the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, we got a great...
Let's get those 4 teams in the semifinals. No offense, Elwood and Tipton.
It is definitely... It's going to be interesting. Of course, Elwood hosts a sectional. The last time that Frankton played in the Elwood boys sectional was 2019, and they won that sucker.
That's right, they did. Michelle, thank you so much, and guess who's up next?
Coach Brobston.
That's right. Coach Brobston is up next. Please stay tuned.
Before we get to Coach Brobston, I'm going to ask you to please go check out my daily podcast. Greg and his friends talk sports every day. My friends and I talk about what Central Indiana sports fans are talking about. 10 to 20 minutes every day on the Central Indiana Sports Report. Please go check it out. I work hard on it, and it's important to me, and I appreciate your support.
All right, Coach was not able to be here tonight, but I did stop by on my way back from Madison Grant to talk to you about the game against Daleville tonight and look ahead a little bit to Alexandria on Friday. My mom's birthday was on Monday, and so I'm a day behind, and I've been kind of doing a little too much, so I'm going to combine the game story with the Frankton Eagles report this week. Make things just a little easier, and also you don't have to repeat yourself. So, big win tonight, 9 in a row, Coach. After a slow start, what were you able to do to be successful?
We played a lot of different defenses tonight, so we played in the first half. I think we played 4 different defenses, and we don't typically do that. So it was good for our kids to have to do that and to play those defenses in case we would need them at any point later in the seasons. And I think we're capable to do that and play those. But we came out with a lot of full court pressure, pushed the pace pretty quick, and that was good for us. We played a 2-2-1, a 1-2-2, a run and jump, 1-3-1 zone in the half court, 1-2-2 in the half court, 1-2-2 soft press. So did a lot more changing up things.
Was this more about
Alexandria on Friday, or was it about trying different things as you get close to the postseason?
It's more of you're trying to make sure that you play different multiple defenses that way in case you need to play them as you get closer to the postseason. So my goal was to put them on film and see what we did right and wrong so the kids could see that as well. Tomorrow we'll be able to get a good film session in and out for a couple hours and see, what exactly did we do right or wrong, and what can we get better at within that. So it'll be really good for those kids to see.
It really feels like as part of this team's growth has been the growth of Ashton, and he's really starting to play well for you, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still, he's becoming more aware of the speed of the game. His physicality's become better. He's being more physical as a player. He's defending well. So, yeah, I think he's gotten more comfortable. And so that's really helped us and really helped him. And obviously the emergence of Nickham and Birch have been, I think, probably the biggest key to the whole season. Both those guys are just tremendous players that have been counted on in a different aspect. And then Noah Stansbury and Bennett have continued on their winning that they've done here for the last couple of years.
I imagine a lot of these guys can probably adjust to about any defense you throw at them.
Yeah, I think so. Like tonight, like I said, we played 6 different defenses in this game. So, spectators looking at that, they don't technically know what we're doing there to the eye in the bleachers. Hey, you're playing defense. They don't know we're playing 6 different defenses. The kids are adjusting to that. They're working on that. And then at any time, we may need just one of those in a game. And it may be Friday night we need one of them. So, or maybe we'll start one Friday night. You don't know. So that's kind of what we were trying to do and what we were trying to accomplish tonight.
Another big game for Trey. You're just kind of counting on that every night pretty much, right?
Yeah, he's a workhorse and he rebounds well and he just busts his butt all the time. He's a working machine around the basket offensively. He's trying to get better defensively too. And I've been real happy with him, real proud of his accomplishments this season and what he's been able to do for us.
So Alexandria on Friday night, a chance to finish second in the CIC, a rival. Technically no championships on the line, nothing like that, but it's one you really want to win, isn't it?
For us, we obviously know Alexandria well because Marty was here 10 years with me. So there was a lot of time that we spent together as coaches. And
plus you could walk there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you start talking like somebody said today, rivalry is Elk your rival. No, Elk's not our rival. LaPel's our rival. But if you talk Frankton LaPel, that's the rivalry. That's the Duke, North Carolina for us at Frankton. That's our community looks at LaPel as our rival. They don't view anyone else but that. But this game going on the road
is a conference rival and it's a local rival.
Yes. And here's the deal. It's just the next game for us. It's a big game. It's extremely important. And at the end of the day, Marty obviously meant a lot to me in our program. So he knows a lot about what we do, how we do things, which is fine. And I know a lot about what he does and how he does things. And so there's a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for him. And I have a lot of respect for Alex's past history of basketball. I mean, if you look back, they have a great tradition of basketball. So going over there on Friday night and playing is great for, again, this is advancing towards the sectional. These are the games you want. You want to go on the road and play Elk, then we go on the road and play Shenandoah. 2 really tough places to go and win. And they'll be great for our team because we'll face some adversity. We'll face challenges. We'll face things we haven't faced this season. And we're going to face 2 really good teams in a row here.
By the way, when I was growing up, Tipton was our biggest rival at Elwood. But Frankton was a rival, and I loved all the guys over at Frankton. We were all friends. But, man, that was one team you really wanted to beat. Just because they're not your main rival doesn't mean you don't want to beat them pretty good.
True. I think every time, like we talked about this today, when you're winning, we've had success here, obviously. And when you're winning, I think everyone wants to beat you. And that's a good thing. You want to be there. You want people to want to beat you. And when they do, that means your program's good. And I think we
got to match them every night.
Right. We faced that a lot. And in the last 15 years, I've been here 18 years, we've had a lot of fun times, a lot of success that people, they want to beat you. That's what I've told our kids. Like, they want to knock you off, and that's what they want. And that's great because you want your program to be a big win for other programs. It won't be any different Friday night. You go over there and Elk will play extremely hard like they always do, and it'll be a tough game.
Another team, we've said this a lot. I think it's kind of cliche, but it's absolutely true. Better than their record.
They're already to double-digit wins, but couple plays here and there, and they've got a better record. They've been playing better of late. They're one of few teams that will match you athletically around here. It's a real challenge.
They've got some experience now. So Gast is playing really well for them. Fuller is playing really well for them. That's two seniors that are experienced players and two guys that you watch and see the things that those two do. They might not statistically put up everything you need them to, I know with Coach Carroll, he doesn't care about statistics. You can throw that out the door, but he's going to care about the fact that those two kids are giving their heart and soul to Alec basketball. If you watch them play, those two kids play consistently hard every minute of every single game. And that's what seniors do. And that's helped lead them. Their junior class obviously has some experience, and then they obviously have some sophomores also that play. And McAtee has played really well for them, sophomore guard, and he's had a really good season. So he's a tough matchup. The juniors that play for him, Kettery and Eckler and Brizendine, tough players, good players. Amon, Gast, and Fuller, those guys, experience. So they got a little mixture of everything, and really good basketball players and good talent. And Coach Carroll's done a good job with them. They're going to be ready to play.
If you match up resumes, Alexandria and Frankton, you go back 70 years, it's very similar type programs with a lot of success.
Yeah, I mean, great coaching in the past. You've had Garth Cohn, who was there forever, and somebody that I was able to meet and coach against just for a couple of years. He's a Hall of Fame coach that was there for 30 years or whatever, and I don't think there was anybody that didn't like to go watch a Garth Cohn team play. And so he was just a tremendous coach. And then Marty's came in. They've had several coaches that they had come after Garth, and they really never had just a foundation there of somebody doing it for long term. And now Marty's come in, and he's been there, 7-8 seasons that he's been there now. So he's starting to turn that in that direction, that he's been there long term, and he's there with the kids. He's built the youth programs and trying to do things the right way. When you talk about Frankton, same thing. You go Calvin Bailey, 77, whatever. He did the same thing here, came in, turned this program around in a hurry. What he did was pretty impressive if you go back and look at the record. And then him coming in here and what he did quickly with the turnaround was impressive. And then Bachert took it over for 20 seasons, and arguably one of the best coaches you'll know or be around. His X's and O's and mind for the game is extremely good. And he's a great assistant to me because he's going to tell me what I don't want to hear. And that's good. And I need to have that. I've had that on the sideline with Marty. I had that on the sideline with Kevin Bates. I had that on the sideline with Coach Bachert.
It's also good to have a coach on the sidelines who knows more than you do. He's been seen it longer than you have.
Yes, he's seen it all. So the tradition of basketball won't leave out the Drake family, because Coach Drake and his dad have been doing it alongside there for 40 years also.
Right.
So you've had big stability within the JV coaching with the Drakes, and then you've had big stability within Bachert, Bailey, myself. Coach Keck was in there also for 5 years, and he did a good job. So it's great traditions at both schools. A lot of winning has taken place at both schools.
Yeah.
It's been fun to watch. A lot of great players over the years. As you get older, you start to really appreciate that more. And you look at that of what these programs in this area have been able to do.
Last question, Coach. I'm sure you're keeping an eye on sectional opponents. Big win for Lapel over Shenandoah. Taylor's playing pretty well, has a good team. And, of course, Sheridan just won the Hoosier Heartland Conference. Your thoughts on the field as we get close to it?
Yeah, I think the sectional draw is going to be huge, but you're going to have to beat somebody good. You've got multiple teams in there that are good. You got a great host site in Elwood. We've played a sectional there before. It was wonderful. Ryan does a tremendous job. No one's going to be a slouch in that. I don't care who it is. If it's Elwood, I don't care if it's Tipton. I don't care if it's Sheridan. I don't care if it's Taylor. I don't care if it's Lapel. Everyone in that sectional can play. So you better bring your A game, be ready to play, because anyone can knock anyone off.
Brent, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Please stay tuned for Frankton Jr. Trey Bennett.
Here with Trey Bennett as he puts the pizza down for the interview. Trey, 9 straight wins. How you feeling about this winning streak?
Terrific. Let's extend it more.
What's been the key to the recent success?
Playing hard and just dominating every matchup that we come across and giving 110% effort.
Your game personally, feeling good about it? Feeling like there's another level coming?
I'm just ready for Friday. And move on. Get Friday out of the way, too. Go beat Ellick and move on to the next game.
All right. Trey Bennett, always good to talk to you, my man. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media, and I love Susie.